Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. Today, I'm out in the high mountains of the Ponderosa Pines. I've got the Lexus with me. I'm actually doing two things today. I'm out, doing my normal adventuring. I've got some surf and turf to cook. The ground is pretty wet. I don't know if you can tell how dark red it is. It's pretty wet. Monsoon clouds are around. It's supposed to hit later on. We'll see what happens with that. But the other thing I'm out doing today, I'm gonna put together a video on the new Land Cruiser. And I had an idea to kind of walk through what the Land Cruiser has been over the last, say, 30, 40 years, kind of starting with my 60 series and going through the Land Cruisers that I have. Talk about it to people there's a lot of people interested in the new Land Cruiser and probably never have owned or even were familiar with the older Land Cruisers. And then tying it all together with my GX470. So the thing is, obviously the new Land Cruiser is a Land Cruiser Prado. It's not the full-size Land Cruiser. It's the one that's just a little bit smaller, which is the Prado line in all the other countries around the world. And in the United States, the GX is the Prado. So I thought, as much off-roading as I do with Land Cruisers, I thought that I could, give some pretty good information out there to people and tell them, at first I'm like, I knew what it was going to be, right? But I know how good this GX is. So I think it's going to be a pretty cool thing. But I'm out here doing that. I've got to get some, footage of the Lexus. And I gotta do like 5 vehicles total, so it's gonna take a few days to do this. Maybe I can do some of them locally close to my house, where I can maybe knock 2 out in a day. Not very much, you know what I mean. I don't know, we'll see. It's just an idea I had, but like I said, I'm out in the GX and going through this first gate here. You can already see them. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's mud down here. Well, I made it over to a spot I've actually been to before. Had the 80 series here. The open meadows are over that way. It's a nice spot. But I went through some of the side trails and there was a lot of standing water and a lot of mud. So I drove really, really slow. I could hear the mud coming off the tires and hitting up in the wheel wells. So I just didn't want mud everywhere. I really don't like mud. I don't like the cleanup afterward. So I'm just going to get set up here and I'm going to cook a little surf and turf. I was doing some pictures and stuff of this to make in the video. I don't script. I never script any of my videos. Most people do script what they want to say, which is probably a good thing because you get your facts right. There's no hums and haws through it, and you can knock out what you want to say. I don't script my stuff, so I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to say about. It's important to let everyone know the new Land Cruiser is a Prado. It's a variation of this. It's a variation of this, not of the other Land Cruisers. Just in the United States, they happen to call it Land Cruiser. So it's important for me to get that information out there. And you, all of you that are here, you know, you've seen this thing off-roading, you know, in the deep snow and a lot of the places I take it, and how good it does and how happy I am driving it. I think you're going to find that in the new one. You know, the purists that just love the Land Cruiser full size, if they can get past that, I think that a lot of people are going to really enjoy that vehicle. I think this one I'll season it after I put it in the pan because I don't have the butcher paper here to do it, and it's a little juicy. So I've got a top sirloin steak here, and that's my turf, and my surf is some spicy scrimpies, spicy shrimp, kind of Cajun style. Got them all marinated up, ready to go. Oh, woo, woo, that's strong. Oh, I keep getting a whiff of that. Oh, that cayenne. Oh, that's no joke. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be real good. I'm letting the steak rest a little longer than normal. This one was pretty thick, and it was like 90 degrees inside. It was really nice and seared on the outside, so I turned the heat way down, threw the shrimp on, and then pulled the steak off. I'm gonna let it sit. Hopefully it'll cook through. It's gonna definitely be on the rare side, but I wanted to try that out anyway. A little bit more rare than I have been doing. Top sirloin steak, $7. $7 cut right there. And then I've got the shrimp with the super Cajun sauce. when I first put them on, I was getting like whiffs of that. Oh, the cayenne was, I was breathing it straight in, pretty strong. It should be good. All right, so this one deserves all hands on deck. No silverware. Oh, it's spicy. Woo! That is spicy. Medium rare. Rare to medium rare turned out pretty good. Definitely letting it sit helps so much. Rest, I mean, you know. Before you cut into it, because it'll continue cooking. Same thing with seafood. I think the more seafood you cook, the better you are at judging to take it off before it's done, and it'll continue to cook afterward. If you don't do that, it'll be overcooked every time. Wow. Those shrimp are spicy. Some cayenne is kicking. It's that powdery stuff. It sticks to the back of your throat, and it's like, I'm here. It was spicy. Normally, you guys probably seen, I'm a pretty fast eater, but it definitely depends on the food. Like you gotta chew the meat. You gotta get through this stuff, but you can see I'm definitely going slower with this. Look at that though. I mean, it's like seared perfectly, the color. I don't eat shrimp that often. I guess I don't eat any seafood that often other than sushi. It's a nice, oh, jeez. This one is definitely spicy. I like it. You ever notice there's different ways to spice things? And traditionally, the way this is not my favorite. This is that one, like I said, the onset is like, bam, it's there. And then it lingers pretty good. I think, try to describe, like when you put hot sauce on tacos, I guess it's just a milder version. Like a cayenne, it gets in there, gets in your throat, and it's there. You got to have a little turf. I can still, not quite as tender as the one. So this one was packaged, right? Not the one I get from the butcher. You may be saying, why? Well, I went into Sprouts at 7:03 this morning. They open at 7. I walked back to the butcher and there was no meat in there. None. So right next to it, you know, the packaged ground beef, and I saw right there top sirloin. And this is top sirloin, $7. It looked good. I mean, it didn't look much different than the other one. Price was the same, so I got that. But there does seem to be a bit of a difference as far as the other one. When I cook it the same consistency, color, and all that, It's super tender. Like I can bite through it. You don't need to cut. This one's just a little bit more to get through, but it's still very tender for what it is. There's not a ton of fat in there, so it's how you cook it is how tender it stays. Oh, that was spicy. Oh, I'm just not I mean, I love the spice. I'm just not a fan of so much cayenne. Ooh. It's just a different onset for me, I guess. You know that like Cholula, for example, is got the vinegar in it. And there's some other salsas that I use. There's some that are really hot, but they also have like a mango mixed into them where you get the heat and then whatever else is in there will cool it off. So it doesn't linger in your throat. You just get it all in your taste buds, which is really good. This one is a little bit more like stay in your throat, but it's delicious because the heat in the shrimp versus the steak, it's a nice contrast. I really do enjoy it. Well, there's a lot to eat here, and I'm not going to put you through like I did last time. Last time I ate the whole omelet in one take. I just kept eating and talking. This time I'm going to cut it off here. I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to need to get more water, though. I didn't bring my normal chair out. I've got one of these 30-year-old Coleman, chairs that this one just stays in the Lexus. It fits right down the side in that back part where that tire storage is. But look at this. Watch when I sit down in it. It's like the little kids' table, man. So I have to kind of sit up on the edge here. Just to ease some of your minds, no, I did not finish all of that. When I went to Sprouts this morning, I picked up some Ziploc baggies. They're pretty cool. They're bigger than the sandwich ones, which are always too small, and then they're smaller than those huge 1 gallons. And the bottom actually flares out. They're like little freezer bags. So I was able to put probably 4 or 5 pieces of steak in one, put maybe 5 shrimps in there, and I'll take it home so my people, she can try it out, see if it was good. She is like the spicy. She loves the hotter it is, the better. That's just the way she is. She's got that palate. I described it before as like how people, if you eat French fry and you dip it in ketchup, every fry she grabs, she'll put a string of sriracha on it, right? That's normal for her. There's a sriracha shortage going on. It's been going on for a while now. The real, the Rooster, the sriracha brand. But what we've noticed is everyone and their brother is making sriracha, right? So you got sriracha ketchup, you got Sprouts, she got something from there that was like, I don't know, it's something, and it said sriracha. It's weird because that's actually like the brand name for that very specific thing. But now it's everywhere because everyone likes it. But the original with the Rooster on it, that's the good stuff. Real heavy with the garlic. We use the paste version of it on marinating chicken and do the marinated chicken with black beans. Oh, it is. So like I was saying earlier, something that cuts the heat, right? So you eat a piece of chicken, you're like, whoa. Then you have some black beans, and it milds it right out. It cuts it out. So then you're ready for your next bite. You get the spice back, you cool it down. You get the spice back, you cool it down. It's a pretty neat way to do stuff if you can get creative. We just found years and years ago, I found that there was this sauce, and it was habanero and mango. And I'm like, oh, cool, I'll try that. I was at a kitchen store, Sur La Table, down in Newport Beach. And it was orange, the bottle. And it was super spicy, right? You got that habanero hit, and then the mango cooled it right off. And I think it was like probably on the Food Network or something I was watching. And they did that, but they did it with, real habanero and fresh mango. And it was that balance between the two, and it totally works. So if you are into heat, which like a lot of people like the heat and a lot of people don't like the lingering heat, which is like me, like those people that try like those ghost peppers or, you know, whatever, Schofield heat, whatever it is. There's, you know, I know there's one's way worse than that, but the worst thing about that is it's not the initial heat. It's like your mouth, it's there. You try milk, you try everything, but it's there. That's the kind of heat that I don't like. I'll take really hot as long as I can cool it off pretty quick. And habanero mango is an awesome combo. We get a salsa that has a big habanero floating in it, and you kind of push it away with your chip as you're eating. It's really good. I got some monsoon type clouds developing around. They're pretty far off right now, but I do have. I'm in pretty deep in this spot here. It's about an hour back to pavement. It's about an hour back to pavement from here, and then from there it's about an hour and 45 minutes to home. I'm hoping I get some rain after I get out of here, so I can rinse off the underneath of the car because I had to go through some puddles back there, and I actually drove very slow. I was being a baby about it, but I'm glad I did because once I got on these clay roads out here, they're totally dry, but they're not so dry that they're putting up a boatload of dust. They're not too bad right now. We've been getting rain. Look, we had a heat spell, you know, about a month ago now. And ever since then, the monsoons have kicked in and it's been just so nice. Just like last summer, it's a very pleasant summer last summer. And we had a record high, probably I think it was top 5 inches of rain from our monsoon season. And this season is squaring up to be pretty decent, or so it seems. And just like everything, it's always late afternoon, and boy, it comes down. And like it's raining, we go out there and we watch the rain, and then you go out an hour later, the ground's totally dry. It was like flood, gone. I love it. I really do. I hope I get some today, but after I get out of here. So if anything special happens on the way out, I'll hook you up. If not, I think I'll sign off here. He said I'm doing kind of double duty, seeing if I can assemble a video that would be interesting to people with all the different Land Cruisers that I have, talking about the new Land Cruiser. But I might have to go back home and I might have to not script it, but at least write down some bullet points, because doing 5 different vehicles over probably 3 to 4 days, most likely 4 days, I'm either going to forget something or I'm going to mess up a take by saying something in the middle of it. I was planning on doing some voiceovers with some pictures. We'll see. It's fun. I really enjoy that creative process. I don't get to do it that much because they usually have. I have a lot to say, but I don't have a lot of interesting things to say. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Like it's Thursday. It's a Thursday right now, but this is the beginning of my weekend. Thursday, Friday is my weekend. And it's kicking off pretty good. I actually have, starting today, I have a week off from working. And last time I had this, I kind of was lazy and I came up with 1,000,001 excuses just to chill at the house. Mostly because of the heat, but I'm hoping that I actually make use of it. I got a lot of stuff to do. I want to do a couple videos like this, right? I'd like to get 2 videos done this week instead of just 1. I'd like to get the Land Cruiser video put together, so that's 3 videos. I'd like to finish, I got some work to do, finish wiring up the lockers and stuff on the 80, so I'd like to do a garage video. That's 4 videos. That's a lot. That's a lot. 4? No, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, like I said, I hope you guys are enjoying whatever it is, wherever you are. And I hope the weather is as beautiful as is here. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed the surf and turf. We'll see you guys next weekend.